No, the fact is that many enterprises are struggling to balance centralized compute costs with the need for real time intelligence. How does Akamai Inference Cloud help bridge that gap between data centers and edge environments?
So there's a couple of ways that we're doing it. The first answer to your question is we're applying things like model routing and decision routing so that we can choose things based on choose the model that we would ship you to or direct you to the right infrastructure based on latency, based on cost, or based on security considerations. And so we'll have the ability to send you to the purpose-built location for your use case. And if cost is a factor, then adding things like how far do we have to transit? What are the egress fees associated with getting data from a given location? Can we cache that information on the Akamai platform and provide you with instantaneous results, like using our AI firewall capability for semantic caching, so that if somebody's asked a question recently that your query, your prompt can use, then there's no point in us going back to ask your centralized AI factory to ask your core model to go back to your hosted infrastructure, because that adds cost, it adds latency, and it adds potential security vulnerabilities to delivering an outcome. And so for us, our goal is if we can cache it and deliver you instantaneous results, we will. If we can route you to the most cost-effective model, we're interested in doing that. If it's better for you to build your AI applications on the Akamai cloud, because we're built on open source, we have very competitive pricing and some of the most generous egress fees or allowances and fees that across the industry. We can make it more cost effective to build on us, but we also want to be practical and say that based on what your business needs, it really is going to be that trade-off of, does it have to be fast? Does it have to be secure? Does it have to be cost effective? And what is the most relevant to prioritize for a given use case?
In most cases, there are great ideas, folks want to do great things, but they don't have the architecture or infrastructure needed to do that. How do you see Akamai Inference Cloud help the next generation of AI innovation? It could be financial system, it could be autonomous machine, or even the smarter cities.
So one of the things that we're the most excited about on our inference cloud and frankly the Akamai cloud itself is the fact that we invested in the application platform. The app platform really lets developers have turnkey AI implementations now with the announcement of the inference cloud, and that's something that at KubeCon in 2 weeks we're going to be talking about. So KubeCon North America in Atlanta, we will have demos and be engaging with developers on how they can have turnkey AI applications using the Akamai app platform built on the Linode Kubernetes engine on the Akamai cloud. We believe that that is one of the ways that will eliminate the toil and the cost of scaling AI operations on our cloud. The fact that it's built on Kubernetes and Linux means that we won't have lock-in for proprietary, operating systems, proprietary implementations of Kubernetes. And then we've allowed a multi-cloud distribution of both the app platform code and anything that you would build on top of it. And so for us, that's a way that we're enabling true multi-cloud distribution. We're also allowing you to keep your costs down, but more importantly, we're helping you get your AI applications to market faster. And as we build out the next several months of developments on the inference cloud, we'll start showing developers the hosted models that we're prioritizing, the way that we're helping them ship those models to the appropriate endpoints. And then with the ecosystem of partners that we're building out, including upstream projects in the CNCF community and across the open source ecosystem, we're also interested in helping developers to make sure that they can leverage whatever project, whatever technology they feel is appropriate for their app without incurring additional cost.